Hi everybody, it's Katie. Welcome to episode 3 of my Island Designer series as we take on Clementine, my tropical citrus-themed Kidcore island. Last episode we moved in our 3 first plot villagers and our campsite villager. Today we are going to finish moving everybody in, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about each of the villagers, what my plans are for them, and a little bit about how I'm going to dress them. It should be fun. After that, we'll go ahead and get this island up to 3 stars so we can start terraforming, and I'll tell you a little bit about some of my first decoration plans because they may or may not work. We'll see. As you can see, I am using the amiibo card to pull Tangy in. She's my very last villager, and I'm on my last trip to see her to get all 10 villagers in place. I've also got 2 really big questions I need to run past you guys for big choices with this island, so stick around in the video because I'm going to need everyone's help trying to figure out what to do. First up is Annabelle. I am so excited to have her on the island because I really like the way the outside of her house looks. It's just perfect for the style I'm going for. And if we go in, we can take a look at her and the inside of her house. Annabelle was one of the first 3 starting plots, so I'm probably going to have to gift her a few things just to make the inside look a little bit more tropical. But mostly, it'll be fine. It doesn't need a ton of changing. And I'll have a couple new dresses that we give her, but for the most part, she should be good to go. Perhaps Annabelle's job on the island can be something really active. Next up is Bettina. I really love having a mouse villager on the island. I like that they're so short, so particularly for Kidcore style, and the outside of her house is a little dark, but still fits the vibe really well. Just like Annabelle, Bettina is one of the starting villagers, and she will probably also need some gifted items to fix her house up a bit. I think that she's got a really cute little red dress on. It doesn't distract from a tropical island, but I might really love seeing her in some orange or yellow too. We'll try some clothes on her later. Bettina seems very studious here. Maybe she needs to run the library or school here on the island. Caroline, oh Caroline, the outside of her house is perfectly great. She is such a bright little doll, and I'm excited to have her on the island because of her vibrancy. But check out the inside of her house because this is just not tropical. Well, she does have a nice, beautiful flower bouquet in the corner, so that's good, but I'm wondering if her house doesn't just need an entire redesign, or somehow we need to gift her things to change it out. She's probably going to need some dresses too, and I'm looking at the stuff in here trying to think, what would Caroline's job be on the island? And I don't know that I have a place for her in mind yet. I'm sure it'll come to us as we build. From Caroline to Colton. Colton is still a little bit of a question mark in my mind. I like him. I really like him better in some of the yellow shirts that I've given him, and I think he fits the vibe of the island. At the same time, his house, the interior, is nothing near what we're looking for, and I'm not quite sure about keeping him. Well, this brings me to my first big question that I need your guys' help with. Question 1. Do we keep Colton, or do we go with Toby, who was the original villager that I was planning on moving in with amiibo cards? Colton or Toby? You guys have to let me know, because I can't decide. Next, we go from a complicated villager to a simple one. This is Eloise. She's beautiful and perfect. I love the little outfit she's wearing. The outside of her house is amazing. And then check out the interior. She has that beautiful little island vibe with the wicker furniture. She's even got a smoothie thing on the counter and the little orange table. And I just love Eloise. She was one of my top choices for this island. I think Eloise might be perfect for running the smoothie cart that's going to go down by the beach. Yes, for sure, Eloise is going to be in charge of smoothies. I blend myself up a smoothie every day, so I'm really excited to do that build. Faith was another super for sure villager on the list. I love the outside of her house, but just look at this little beach queen. She's got the little flower in her ears, the hula top, and the inside of her house is a beach. Chairs and lamp and all. This is just perfect. Faith's interior design is exactly what I wanted for this island, and I'm really excited to not only have her on the island, but to put her house on the beach. She's such a cute beach baby that I think we will have her be the lifeguard for our island. Henry has great colors. The outside of his house is also perfect for the island as well as him, although we'll have to change that blue shirt out to make him fit perfectly. And then there's the inside of his house. Now, for starters, it looks amazing. I love the inside of Henry's house, but it's not very tropical. Do you guys have any ideas what we might gift him so that we don't have to change too much, but can kind of put a little brightness in his room? There's gotta be 1 or 2 items that will work out perfect in here, without destroying the inside of his house, of course. I found an amazing custom pattern online that is a fruit and vegetable shop specifically for Henry, and it was a big part of why I decided on this theme. I really am excited for those type of builds on the island. Next up is Joey. Now, I did not pick Joey just because his house is perfect. I also picked him because he's such a little baby boy. And I am doing Kidcore after all. Look you guys, he's got a little kiddie pool beach house. Just like Faith, the inside of the house here for Joey is amazing, and I'm so excited to have him on the beach as well. I do think Joey is a little bit young for much of a job or responsibility, so perhaps Joey will just be a student and we'll make a preschool on the island. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should Joey have a hobby, a job, or should he just take care of the playground? That brings us to Stitches, our happy little boy. Just like Joey, I think of Stitches as being a young child and therefore perfect for Kidcore. He's one of the first 3 plot villagers, so he has the lazy style house, but I actually kind of love it for him. And look, we have the orange table and the orange clock and the little fruit basket, and I think of him as being a little bit lazy. I feel like it's perfect for Stitches and probably doesn't need a lot of changes. Just like Joey, I don't know that Stitches needs a job, but I'd still like to have areas that Joey and Stitches are super close to and associated with their build. That brings us to the last and most important villager on the list. Look at this house, it just screams this theme. Of course, Tangy, our absolutely adorable little citrus cat, and her perfect house, and even her dress is super cute. I want something really playful for Tangy to do as a job, so I was thinking that maybe she would run a water park or an amusement park of some sort. I'm not sure how that's going to incorporate into the island yet, but I love the idea of her doing something super exciting. After getting all the villagers moved in, I do one of my favorite things, and is to take everybody to Harv's Island, pop them out into the photo studio, and then do a big makeover where I take a lot of the clothes that I've already pulled together and figure out what I want them to wear. If you haven't done this before, I super recommend it because it's an absolute terrific time. Here you can see I've got Annabelle, and I'm just trying different things on to figure out what's gonna look good on her. It's really hard to pick out things that fit the different types of shapes of the villagers if you don't do this in advance. Sometimes I'll take notes, but usually I'll just put them all in an outfit and then take a picture at the end so I can remember what looked really good on them. Then I wrap up the items and drop them by their house. Then I just wait for the villager to be outside nearby the house, or even inside near their house, so I don't forget which present is whose, and I gift them their brand new item, and they will always put it on right away, which is super fun. Here you can see Henry looking super tropical in his new little shirt. He's a very handsome little frog. And then of course we have to start getting some of these yellow shirts in for Colton. I don't think he's going to wear them very well or very often, so I might have to give him several. His look certainly transforms when you get the new clothes on him. What do we think? Colton is looking pretty jazzy in his yellow, right? Here's Bettina. She's so cute in this little yellow dress with the polka dots that match her cheeks. Here is my second big question for Clementine. Do we do Happy Home Paradise and try to change up the look of the inside, maybe even the outside of some of these houses, or do we just skip that and let them be? Now that you've seen them all, I'm hoping you'll help me decide. So, question 1, do we keep Colton or move in Toby? Question number 2, do we do Happy Home Paradise and change up some of the houses? Let me know in the comments below. I wanted to thank you all for the amazing support and warmth that I felt with my brand new series as I got started again. It's so nice to see such an amazing Animal Crossing community. It's so wholesome. With that, I hope you all have the best Animal Crossing day.